Hey guys, what's up? I'm WWEKWrestling, and today's tutorial is going to be about the most used effects to make a good looking stage. So to get started, let's go to our auto preview just so it doesn't lag up. You could do it on full if you want, but it'll eventually lag up. So as we learned from our other tutorial, just use a simple chroma key here. Take that black or green out and make it black. Alright, so with that there, we are going to go through the most used effects that to make a pretty cool looking stage. This is basic though. In future tutorials, I'm going to show you better effects that'll give cooler looks, but it doesn't just take one of these little pictures. It'll take more. But that's in future tutorials. For now, we're just going to start with the basic effects to make your stage look a lot cooler than it is. So we're just going to start off with color. The three, I use three effects a lot. That's brightness and contrast. Double click on that. Color balance, double click, and glow. Now I use these a lot just because they give a really good feel for the stage once it's completed. So basically, contrast, what it does is sort of, well, contrasts out the colors. If you bring it all the way down, you can see it contrasts the darker green, or what used to be the darker green. So you see that. Then if you sort of bring it in, it just darkens the outsides. It just makes a more realistic look to the picture of the stage. The brightness, you don't want to mess with it too much, just a little bit higher. To make a good looking stage, you can start it at 0, eat everything, and then bring the contrast up. Not too much though, and then the brightness a little bit up. Don't really mess with the center. See, the contrast center is like the same stuff. So let's put that back at 0. So this is pretty good effect you want, but I'm actually gonna lower the brightness on that. So there's that. Here I'm gonna put a sample graphic. I'll just do a so there. I'll put these funny looking yellow stars just to give a depth, not a depth, like an idea of how the stage is going to look. So there you go. By the way, what I just did, if you ever are in the situation where the video doesn't fit the entire screen, you right click, go to properties, and maintain aspect ratio, uncheck it so it stretches it out. So okay, here we can go to brightness. We figured out brightness and contrast. You can see how good the stage looks. Color balance. Say, okay, this is a yellow theme. We'll make it yellow. Obviously, yellow increase the red. That makes the outsides red, and then the green. So that gives it a yellow effect. If you want to make it a deeper yellow, you can lower the blue all the way down. But no, I'll put some blue in there just for the fun of it. And then the glow is what gives it a cool, like, light turning on effect. Now this is just bad. This is terrible. You don't want just intensity on, because if you just look at this, it just turns everything white. So make a decent glow intensity, and then the percent is what spreads out the glow. So it usually focuses on the white, but it's yellow, so you can change it to yellow. It'll give more of a yellow effect, and green, blah, blah, blah. So this could be a cool color effect for a basic stage. Like maybe Rey Mysterio, colors changing pretty quickly. So, be creative with it. So these three effects, brightness and contrast, color balance, and glow, and obviously chroma key here, are the four, in my opinion, four most useful effects to give a cool look to your stage. I'll show you what happens with every effect turned on. By the way, if you check them on and off, obviously it turns them on and off. So here's how it look with chroma key. Here's how it'll look with brightness and contrast. See the difference? It sort of makes it stand out more. Here's what it does with color balance. See? And the glow, obviously. So, and the suppression, you may be able to add a little bit of suppression, just to change up, the colors of that. Suppression just like lowers it down. So that is that, and in later tutorials I'll show you much cooler stuff to use with the glow effect. and the color balance. Glow and color balance, great two effects I use all the time in my stages. So thank you for tuning into the tutorial, and stay tuned for upcoming tutorials in stage animation. See you later, guys. This is WWEKWrestling.